Hello guys, and welcome to the second episode of the new Crusader Kings 3 series. Let's continue where we left off, at the end of the last episode, we basically started a scheme with my wife to romance her. This has a 95% success chance, so hopefully we will be able to achieve that. This will make her like our best friend, and it's gonna be more likely for us to have children with her, which is a very important thing in this game, so you can assure the continuance of or continuity of the House Menéndez over time. Remember, our mission here is to make the House Menéndez a very important house in human history, especially on the Iberian Peninsula, right? This is where we are. Remember, we are the Count of Santiago, we are part of the Asturias Kingdom. In the last episode, we went over our culture, our religion, and how we are as people on the County of Santiago. So, let's continue. We have a couple of more things to do before we actually unpause and start playing the game. We are playing in a way. So basically, like I said, we started the romance with our wife. We became the ward of our son Arias. We are educating him, so hopefully he will become as good as his father, especially on stewardship, which is our main characteristic. And speaking of which, let's take care of one of the notifications we have over here regarding our lifestyle. We didn't choose a lifestyle yet, so let's go ahead and do this. We need to choose one: diplomacy, martial, stewardship, intrigue, learning, and wandering. The thing is, given our traits, we clearly stand out as steward, and this is because of your stewardship education. You gain 30% more experience in this lifestyle, so we're gonna progress faster if we choose this one, and this is the one that we are gonna choose. And now that we chose a lifestyle, we need to choose a focus, okay? And for a focus, we have give me a minute that I want to take control of the time. Let me check the time. So we try to comply with my rule of trying to keep these episodes between 30 and 40 minutes long. So yes, like I said, we need to take care of the focus of our lifestyle. We already chose stewardship, and in the stewardship we already have this one: cutting cornerstones, which is decreasing the cost of building, and but basically the cost of building, construction of holding, construction of building. So yes, it's 5% cheaper. So let's see. For me, the most important thing, especially at the beginning, that we are very low on income or revenue. Let's call it income, like the game calls it. So even though gaining +3 on stewardship could be very good. We will go all the way to 22, which is excellent. I would go for the increase on the monthly income by 10%. This is going to help us to actually try to not have to worry about our income generation. So yes, let's go ahead and do this. We will gain plus 10% on monthly income, and we will gain 32 per month on stewardship experience. So yes, and in 3 years we will have a new perk which will give us the chance to choose one of these ones. So let's go ahead, let's gain this focus. Now we will generate more income. You see, we have this 10% of wealth focus, so we are gaining 2.7 and we are spending 0.7, mostly on men at arms, 0.6, but also liege taxes of 0.1. This goes to our friend and king Alfonso III, Ordóñez of Asturias. So, okay, we already took care of our lifestyle. We also are wearing our artifact, which is helping us in our relationship with the rest of the game characters, of course, that are Catholic. Next step, let's see what these notifications are about. Decision available. We have the chance to collaborate with Mediterranean pirates. Okay. We will see when we go to decisions, which is over here. And we have another one, which is pay homage. So, pay homage, and basically this is going to where our king is, and basically tell him that we obey him and that we recognize him as our king. So yes, let's see if we can decrease a little bit the sound of the music. Okay. Okay. A little bit more. By half. Okay. Okay, it should be better. Hopefully, let me know in the comments if there is any problem with the audio. So this one we will definitely be doing, but the thing is that every time that I have unpaused this game, when I play with Count of Santiago, our king is going to war, because we remember that, like we saw on the last episode, we begin the game at war with the Sultan Mohammed of Al-Andalus, which is this huge sultanate. Okay? Because one of our king's vassals, I think, has a claim on this county. Okay? This emirate, actually. The Portugal Emirate. So yes, let's continue with our things. Okay, this is a very important notification list that tells us what things need our attention, and it's also like a guide to guide you on the more relevant matters that you need to take care of or only be aware of. Okay, so this is one place that we are going to go very often while playing the game. So this is the list of our main things to handle in this game. Okay, let's start with the first one, with our role. Our role, it's we start with a crown authority of 1, which makes sense. For the second one, we need to have an innovation that we actually don't have right now. This is the power sharing. This is what happens when we are not around. If we go on a trip, for example, outside, our wife will take over. And we can tell her to focus on these 3 specific things. We can tell her to focus on gaining extra gold, in swell the armies, which is current or future campaigns call for fresh bodies to fight, and the liege has decreed that the regent shall find them. So we have more armies, or we can promote authority, which the liege calls on the regent to help build and focus the power of the throne. We gain more authority, I guess. We boost the crown authority. So yeah, she is our regent. That's why it's also very important to be successful in romancing her. Okay, this will improve her opinion of us. So it's less likely for her to betray us. Okay. Regarding the regency succession, okay, these are the other interested parties, if we can call them that. A very important thing, the overall aptitude measured by the game of our wife, it's an average, which is not bad. And she's gonna be better at promoting authority, okay? And she's gonna be worse filling the coffers, okay? Okay. So we took a look at this. This is the power sharing of our liege, of King Alfonso III. He has his brother, I think, and Marshall, by the way. So yeah, this is this thing. And then here we can take a look of our domain, which in our case we start with, like we said in the first episode, 2 counties, Santiago and Tui. The most important one is Santiago, of course, that's where our capital is, okay? And that is why we gain 1.7 gold per month. You can see over here, because it is the Rome capital, we gain 1. And then because we have this building mod, we have 0.4 more. We are collecting taxes. Because of our stewardship, you can see the huge impact that has on our gold generation, plus 22%. And from the level of development that this county has, which is 5, we gain an extra. Sorry, in this one, it's a 7. We gain an extra 3%. Okay. But we will be increasing this development level. Absolutely. So what do we have in, for example, Santiago? Of course, we control 100%. Our culture is Galician, which is our culture, and we are Catholics. Or the people in Santiago are Catholics. This is the tax that we generate. This is the loot that someone that loots this particular county is gonna get. 17 gold. We have 181 levies from this county. Okay. Because we have the cultural tradition of being Highland warriors, we have 10% more levies. Okay, otherwise we will be getting only 175. Okay, and we have a castle, level 4. Interesting. And this is the hill fort. Sorry, the hill fort. This is our castle holding, which is over here. Let's go to the city, Betanzos, over here, with our vassal, our only vassal, by the way. We only have Diego of Betanzos, which is not only our vassal, he's also our knight and chancellor. We will be taking a look at what our kingdom looks like in terms of the people we have living in it. Okay, so this is our city, Betanzos, with our vassal. They're producing 0.82, which is good, I guess. 77 levies. Yes, okay. And then we have a temple holding in Melide, which is over here, the bishopric of Melide. Melide produced 0.79, pretty close to the city actually, but only 51 levies. Yes, 51 levies. Okay. And this belongs to our suffragan bishop, Roman. Okay. Which is our suffragan bishop, by the way. What does it say here? Let's see. Your suffragan bishop, Roman. Okay, Roman. Yes. Our dear friend Roman. But then again, we have this territory which is empty over here. And we will be building a lot of things, guys, because we are gonna be growing, not only in terms of the territory under our, hopefully one day, empire, but also in terms of how developed the territories in our empire are. For now, we're just a county, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. And then we go to County of Tui, which has lower development, 5, but it is increasing by 0.2. And this is because the development growth that we have from neighbors, okay, from the county of Santiago, I guess, and because we have a holy site and we are Galician. So yeah, nice, very nice. So this will increase every month by 0.2. So in 5 months we're gonna have a development of 6, hopefully. We'll see. What do we have here? Okay, we have less territories. We have only 3 instead of 4 like in Santiago. But only 2 are, have something on it. First of all, we have our castle holding, which is the capital of the county of Tui. And in the county we have a small hill fort. Okay, so yes, this has a couple of very positive effects. We improve, the damage toughness of spearmen that are stationed here. We're gonna have to station our men-at-arms. We will see later, and it gives another 250 soldiers in our garrison that currently has 505. Okay, because of the mod, it has 250, but because because we also have a small hill fort, we have another 250. Okay, we have a respectable 3,987 supply limit. This is the number of troops that we can have here, stationed here, without having any attrition. Okay. And the other thing that we have on the county of Tui, it's a temple holding, which is under also our suffragan Roman of Santiago. Okay. And we have a temple, a shrine actually, which is kind of a temple. So yes, and then we have this one, Vigo, which is empty. But no worries, we're gonna have more things coming. Interesting thing, our de jure claims are the Empire of Hispania, which is all this, and even these islands. The Kingdom of Galicia, which is all the way to here. Okay, interesting. And sorry, I did have a different one actually. I did have a different one. Let me see. We were okay over here. Sorry. Let's go again. The Kingdom of Galicia, yes, over here, this territory. Remember that this county, Coruña, we have our father there. And he hopefully someday will die and we will inherit Coruña. So we will have this too, which will help a lot, actually. And the Duchy of Galicia, which is basically Monterrey, Astorga, and Coruña. Okay. So yes, this is what we are trying to get in this series, in this game. So yes, this is basically information regarding our domain. This is the total revenue or income that we generate from our counties. We are receiving 0.1 from our vassal, Diego, from Betanzos, the only city that we have in our county. And we are giving that 0.1 basically to our liege. This is the amount of levies that we have, 7 from our vassal, Diego. And remember, we had 7, but we actually have 77 total levies. So we only have like 10%, okay? This should be on our vassal contract, actually. Tax level normal and levies level normal. Yes, we can change this. Modify the vassal contract. Well, these are the conditions with our liege, actually, with the King Alfonso. Okay, we went over this one. Let's see our vassals. Like I said, we only have 1, and he likes us. He likes us. Why? Because, you know, he's the type of vassal that is very good for us, the autonomous vassal, which is someone that gives us or provide us with levies and taxes, but are otherwise free to do as they wish. So they love their liberty. So yeah. And here you can take a look of the impact of having the artifact, you know, remember the bells of Santiago that we are equipped with right now? It's giving us plus 20 opinion from him in this case. Okay, so yes, he has a taxable income of 0.8, but he's only sending us 20%, so 0.16 exactly, and he has 69 levies that he's contributing with 10%. Okay, so we're not getting a lot from him. He expects us to have a legitimacy of 1. What is our legitimacy? Okay, we have a 1. So yeah, we're okay. And oh, this is a type of vassal, actually. The other one was the type of contract that we have, autonomous. But in this one, you can see that he is a minor landholder who wishes for freedom and low taxes. So, yeah. And he lacks it when we have low crown authority. So basically, he likes freedom, you know? He very likes that. And he has a good diplomacy, actually. And learning. You can take a look. He's a lowborn, so he's not from a royal family, or any dynasty. He's an honorable gambler. Will act towards you and others according to his personality, which is primarily determined by his personality traits. So he's a very diplomatic person that is very, educated, we can say. He's gregarious, honest, arrogant, okay, but he's an insightful thinker, and he's now feeling melancholic, which is decreasing actually 1 point from diplomacy. Otherwise he would have 14. So it's a very good diplomat. Interesting and good to know, especially because he's our chancellor. Okay, so he's in charge of our diplomacy. So yes, very important. Okay, so this is Mayor Diego. So hopefully we'll be friends, or at least we'll have a good relationship with each other. Okay, so this is our only vassal for now, and our succession. Right now we have the Confederate partition, which is my titles will be divided equally between your children. New titles may be created for younger Rome heirs. So, yes. All our titles are going to be divided amongst our eligible children, with the player heir always being given the primary title. Okay, Arias is going to be given the primary, or our primary title. Okay? County of Turin and County of Santiago. For now, he's getting everything. Okay, because we don't have any other child. Okay, so this is our Rome, and then we continue to our military. And what do we have in military? Well, we can see our armies, and we can hire mercenaries that we are not interested in doing right now. By the way, we have different kind of mercenaries. The mercenaries per se, special mercenaries, and holy orders. But no, it's still too soon for that. So what do we have? We have 320 levies, which have 10 damage and 10 toughness. This is attack and this is defense. Okay? They have 0 pursuit, so in the pursuit stage of a fight, which is the last one, these guys are awful. Or actually non-existent, basically. And screen, which is another type of, defensive metric that it's like you can think of that as a shield. How good or bad they work as a screen for other types of troops. But anyways, we have 320 levies from our county. We also have 3 knights. Let's take a look at our knights actually. What do we have here? Okay, we have this knight, which is also our marshal, Cisnando. He's a 10, which is not bad actually. What we are going to do is to forbid our dear vassal, Diego, from being a knight, because he's awful. He's a 4. He's gonna be killed. So yes, let's forbid him from participating as a knight. So you can see that we now have only 2 knights. Okay. We will try to get good people as knights from seeing who we have in our court or who are our courtiers, and also by, you know, arranging a couple of marriages from people that are not our courtiers, but we can invite them through this arranged marriage. Okay. Fernando is bad, I would say. Yeah. He's bad. He's awful. He's bad. And he's okay. So. But we don't have a good knight. Okay, which is important to know. Then we have our men at arms, which is like professional soldiers that we have in our county. And we have 200 light footmen. Interesting. Light footmen are very good in forest, in taiga, and in the jungle, which we don't have any of those. Okay, we have hills, plains, hills. Santiago is hills and plains, and I think 2 is the same. Plain, hill, and hills. Yeah, it's only hills and plains, so yeah, not very good decision. But we can see here that they actually have better stats. They are more defensive. They have a strong defense, which is screening number of 16. They have a 10 pursuit, which is, I would say, okay. But this is more like a defensive unit, as you can see over here. We need to station them somewhere. If we would want to station them, they will gain 6 defense, 6 toughness, and 4 attack. Or 4 defense on 2.5. So we'll see. If we give them 6 plus 6 defense, they will go to 22 defense, and they will go to, I think it was a 2.5, right? I think so. No, a 4. They will be gaining 4 attacks, so it'll go all the way to 14. Okay, so this is one option. Sorry, I'm just realizing that we will not be on pausing on this episode, I guess. But we'll see later. So, like I said, 200 light footmen. And let's see what do we have here. We have 100 pikemen. And pikemen are very good at mountains. We don't have mountains, but we have hills. In desert mountains. And hills. Yes, finally. 1 men at arms that are good at hills. And they have 24 defense, 22 attack. Okay? And if we go here, we get 9 and 8. Yes, we're gonna station them here. Down they have 34 and 30. Okay? We can increase the size, spending 75 actually, to have 200 pikemen. And I will seriously consider this, okay, at the beginning of the game. It's important. So now they are stationed, and let's station them over here. Now they have 20 defense and 12 attack, okay? So that's taken care of. Let's continue down the road. Here it's a new functionality that we can automate the armies. Okay. Yes. Important. And then we go finally to our council. What do we have here? Council. Our wife, she's helping us across the board, which is basically giving us +3 diplomacy, +1 martial, stewardship, intrigue, and learning. But we can ask her to focus on something. For example, diplomacy. Or stewardship will give us +4 instead of only +1. Or court intrigue. Wow, our spy master is... Wow, our marshal is 0. Come on, guys. Okay, let's go one step at a time. So our wife, what do we want from our wife? We can go all the way to 17 diplomacy, and this will give us more monthly prestige and a better general opinion from our countrymen. I just made that word up. Countrymen. I don't know if it exists, but anyways, it does now. Or we can increase 3 more chivalry, which will increase our martial and give us, instead of 10, we will go all the way to 12. Okay, the maintenance of our armies is going to be cheaper. We're going to have a number of knights. These are very good modifiers, but it's only 2 points. It's going to be a waste. And this one will increase our domain taxes, domicile income. This is very good. And intrigue, yes, scheme secrecy, enemy scheme secrecy decreased, or learning, which will give us more piety. But only 1 more. So no. I am between managing domain and diplomacy, actually. Okay, I will go with court politics because the increase is much more relevant. We'll go from 13 to 17, I guess. Yes. Yes. We're having more prestige. And a general opinion of +9 now. Okay, we are very good at stewardship and also very good at diplomacy. That's nice. So she's helping us with court politics. Yes. Our suffragan bishop we cannot change, and he's poor at it. So, yeah, what can I say? He's improving the religious relations right now, giving us more piety, and yeah. Okay, there's nothing we can do about that right now. Our chancellor is actually the best by far, 13 diplomacy. So I think he's very good. Thank you, Diego. It's very nice to have you in charge of our diplomacy. I hope you stop feeling melancholic, by the way. But it's very good to have you there. What you can do right now, we can improve or gain, prestige, because he will be in charge of foreign affairs. Or we can increase the opinion of our vassals. But since we don't have any vassals besides of him, so it doesn't make sense. So let's... yeah, it's okay. You can take care of our foreign affairs. Let's go with our steward. Our steward is 5, which is poor. Which, for me, it can qualify as terrible, actually. Our steward is... wow. Let's see. Our steward is this one. Diego is better, but he will need to stop being our chancellor, and he's actually a good chancellor. So, yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a better one. Unbelievable. Yeah, we're gonna have to start arranging marriages with our courtiers. Yes, ASAP. Okay, so he's awful. And what he can do is actually increase development or collect taxes. Let's see. We can ask him to increase control over here in 22 years. Since he's that bad. In 22 years. No, never mind. We need to have a better one and then start to increase development in Santiago. Otherwise, I would prefer to have this plus 2.5% from our marshal. I mean, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to have anyone else. Okay, our marshal. Let's continue to be depressed. We don't have anyone better than this. It's insane. We only have 3 people. It's Cisnando, Diego, and Fernando Fernandez. Fernando Fernandez. That's a funny name. Very name and last name very similar. Fernando Fernandez, our only knight, by the way. Well, not the only one, but I think he was the one that he was at 7 prowess. Okay. I would say yeah, I mean what we could do is take a look at this. We have a steward, which is this guy, and it has a 5 stewardship. He has 4, only 1 less. But if we change Fernando Fernandez as our marshal, we will get 4 instead of 0. So yes, I will swap these 2 guys. Okay. So yeah, now we have a better marshal, which is terrible either way. We have a terrible steward, terrible marshal, a good chancellor, a poor suffragan, and spy master. Okay, let's see if we can... wait, we can train commanders. No, it's better if he's in charge of organizing the army. Yeah. We get a maintenance decrease, so yeah, at least it's better. It's best. Okay, let's take care of our spy master. What do we have? A spy master. Oh, well, let's see. Gontrud. Or Gontrode. I don't know. How do you pronounce this? But our Gontrode. She's a 15. This makes sense. Who are you? My courtier. She's a rational craven. Will act towards you and others according to her personality. Okay, let's see the personality. It's very cowardly and somewhat rational. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we will be decreasing the scheme, the enemy scheme secrecy. If someone wants to scheme against us, yeah. She's lustful. That's gonna be interesting. She's craven, diligent, an amateurish plotter, and lisping. Okay. Yes. Let's choose her to improve our, because she's so bad. I mean, scheme discovery chance 0%, nothing. Let's assign Gontrude. Yeah, she's gonna lose 20 opinion. But I mean, cancel. Let's take a look at this. She's plus 43 and plus 10 because she's in the council, so he's gonna be down to 33, and she's gonna be 20 angry with me because I fired her, so she's gonna be plus 13, but she's gonna be on the positive side still, so yeah. Now we have a good spy master. Thank you, Gontrude. And let's see, is Diego married? No. Can we marry Diego? Yes, we can arrange marriage. Cisnando, our steward. We can find a spouse. That's good. Fernando Fernandez, he doesn't have a spouse. But I mean, they are men. And the spouse are gonna be useful only for the spy master position, which is where women can hold those positions. So, and we already have a good spy master, so I'm more interested in finding Gontrude a husband. And we can ask for a husband that is a good steward, actually. For example, this wonderful guy called Pignolu. He's 40, she's 24, so yeah, she has 20 more years. Otherwise could be, no, but I mean Pignolu is very good in steward. Yeah, let's try to, will accept by only plus 1, I mean. The matchmaker, you plus 18. Okay. He will accept. Okay, let's send the proposal. So we will have him as our courtier, and we will be able to ask him to be in charge of our steward position. So we solved the problem with Cisnando, okay? But we need a marshal, actually. So hopefully we will find one soon enough. Soon enough. Okay. I think, yes, Liege's Council, we are our Liege's Chancellor, okay? Because we have 17, we are excellent. We are a member of his council. Good to know. Well, we are friends with our liege, you know, relationships, friends, our liege. He likes us very much. Plus 86, guys. And we will become best friends. So, yeah, no worries. So we took care of the council. So we took care of the 3 main or most important ones. Over here, and we will be doing that on our next episode. I'm watching the time. It's only more than 45 minutes. On our next episode, well, we will definitely unpause the game and start, you know, the history of House Menéndez. Then, or before that, we will continue taking a look at our courtiers. Who do we have as courtiers? We don't have any prisoners. We will go over the court positions. Basically, and very important to have a personal physician. On intrigue, we are actually trying to romance our wife. We have a weak hook with, Count Gutierrez, my father. Good to know. So that's with intrigue. We'll go over factions. There is no faction against me or my liege. And we will go over the decisions. So we will take some time going over the decisions. We will make sure that the game notify us whenever we have a couple of the more interesting, and activities. We'll see what activities can we do, It's very important. They give us piety, legitimacy, stress loss, some of them give us piety. I already said piety, sorry. But piety, prestige, these are ways to gain more of these currencies that the game has, okay? So, yeah, that's our next episode, guys. So, like always, please like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Hopefully you're enjoying. Please feel free to leave me a comment. And thank you very much for watching, okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.